I don't think anybody has ever done this. I could be mistaken, but
You guys have reached out, but I don't think no one has.
I don't think
Nobody has done this kind of modification.
And it can be done on any clippers.
Well,
All right, so in the video today, master sharpener extraordinaire.
this can be for more of the old school barbers.
Well, let's say this real quick. So Jerry is about to show y'all a modification that you can do that will allow you potentially to just use 2 clippers and no guards. This is a system that Jerry has been using for a little while now. We actually recorded the initial process of him doing this modification, but then he didn't know if he wanted to show it or not. You know, there's some secret sauce here. So yeah, he's gonna let y'all in on this. I don't think anybody has ever done this. I could be mistaken, but
You guys have reached out, but I don't think no one has.
I don't think
nobody has done this kind of modification.
And it can be done on any clippers.
Well, yeah, but the best one to do it is on the Andis Masters, and then we'll explain why. This one, let's actually measure.
So for this, would you need 2 clippers, or can you do this with just one?
Not just one,
So all you need is 1 clipper then.
but you'll need the second. You'll do the same modification on the fat blade, or
So we'll get into all the specifics right now.
or the flare blade. For the Wahl people, any other people, it would be with this one, and these Masters people with the fat. Let's see the first.
Groundbreaking stuff you're about to witness here.
See, the first thing I want to show you guys is how long I could cut hair with this one. So this one, you guys could see where this is a regular Masters, but you see how far the end of the tips of the cutter are to the comb blade. I had to grind it down into almost to the end of that rail. On a regular, well, we'll take it apart and I'll show you guys. But because of that, the real length that's gonna cut down to is gonna be right where it ends. So I gotta make sure, hold on. So the actual length that it's gonna leave it to is gonna be about 3.5 millimeters thickness. So that means a 1 guard closed on your regular clippers, this closed is this open. You get me? So you have to modify it like that. And right now, aside from maybe like the new West Tech clipper, the one that could go up to a number 2 guard, there's no other clipper that will truly go to a 3.5, like 3.5 guard. You would have to need this modification. And then obviously if you guys use this is a 1.5 millimeter. So if you put this one on there, you're at 4.5, almost 5 millimeters, just by adding a half guard on there, which would be equivalent to almost a 2 is 6 millimeters. So with this one, putting this guard, I usually don't use it because once you're like a little bit more experienced, you don't need a lot of guards, but you could almost get to open. You could definitely get to a 2 guard, but you can only do that when you do this modification.
So what are the benefits of this modification for barbers?
Clip over comb, you could go into a 1.5. With no guards. Just when you put in your guide with the 1.5 and then you clip over comb it, it's very easy to get into that. It's like, remember when I was showing you how to cut hair and I was put a 1 on there? Yeah. It's easier. Well, this would be without putting a guard, and then you can move the lever a lot more.
So it speeds up. How much does this speed up the process of a haircut for you?
If you really, really wanted to, it'll knock off at least 10-15 minutes if you really wanted to.
You don't have to use
clipper over comb or guards, and that's for experienced people. Don't, all you beginning barbers, don't be like, I did it and it didn't help. It's for experienced barbers. So I'm gonna show you guys how the first thing I did for this one to work. We're gonna go ahead and order a new one, and we're gonna like post another video and do the whole process, showing you exactly how I do it.
And you used So Jerry's waiting for the new West Tech Clipper to come in.
Yeah, I ordered it.
He ordered it, and he's waiting for it to do a review. But you've used the previous one that they had.
With the little guard thing, I liked it, but I'll be honest with you guys, I wish they remember did a review on it, huh? It's the quality wasn't there that for someone who cuts the volume that I do, it'd go bad really quick.
Even Gio went.
And yeah, and you could buy another one, but for me it's the point of like if I shouldn't have to buy him that much.
Yeah. And this is a one-time modification that Jerry's buying.
Yeah, and it's gonna be
one time.
one time. So the first thing we did, see close up. If you guys could see, I'm lining them up right here. The one on the left is a not modified Andis comb, and then this is the one. The first modification you have to do is you have to go in there and grind it down, so that the teeth reach the bottom, well, the top rail.
So the right one is a modified one?
This one's a modified one. This is a non-modified. You see how there's more space here
Yeah.
than here?
Oh, it looks pretty clean too. The one that you did, I couldn't even tell.
So because of that, on a non-modified one, even the regularly it'll go up to like right here. So you're missing out on like all that depth. On the one I have now, and it's modified, the teeth would stop right there, but now the lever could reach all the way down here. You follow me?
Mm-hmm.
That gives you that extra like 1.5 millimeters, which you guys might not think it's a lot, but that's like a half or a 1, which some barbers prefer to use a 1 and not a half, and some people you'd rather prefer to use a half and not a 1 guard. But by having this, there's no in between. You could just go ahead and use it and go straight into your fades.
But that wasn't the only mod that you had.
No, you can't just grind it down, put it on your masters and start using it. So the other mod that I had to do, which I'll explain this, we don't have another one, but I'll show you. Usually this guide, the one that the comb gets set on, is flipped this way. I flipped it around so that these holes could be, so normally if it was regular, you would flip them like standard. Let me show you actually.
So what gave you the idea to even do this?
Mm-hmm.
I remember I was here.
We were just here and we were just, let me see if I do this and I do that. Because a lot of older barbers, if you guys know, the one way you guys do it so that this lever could go 1 or 2 notches higher is traditionally by removing this. But what happens when you break this off, it just goes. There's nothing to stop it. By leaving it on, it stops it. It doesn't let you go any further. So those who have done that modification know what I'm talking about, where you guys take this off so it could get zero gapped a little bit more, and then by flipping the guide around and grinding it off, it lets me go 1 notch more the other way.
So
you're going both. You could zero gap them very easy, and the length that you're gonna leave the hair will increase.
So initially you weren't gonna show people this modification. What made you change your mind?
We're running out of content.
Already?
And then the sharpening video actually did pretty good, so yeah. I guess you guys are liking that kind of stuff. And this is just a quick video so you guys can kind of explain it, and then we'll actually do it.
Yeah, if you guys want to see the actual process, drop a comment down below, so that way we know there's some interest in Jerry actually showing you how to do it. No gatekeeping over here. Jerry's willing to share the information. So if you guys appreciate that, because people do like to gatekeep. Not everybody just shares information like that. If you guys appreciate it, comment, like, subscribe, and let us know what.
You guys are gonna need certain tools to do this, and if you guys don't have them, you guys were going to do it to where you could ship them out to me, and I'll do it for you. But I will have a price on that. But they're
remember, it's a one-time modification, so. That's something you're gonna need to do over and over.
So if you guys look at this is the standard normal, and this is the modified guide. So they come like this. So what you're gonna need to do is grab this one, take it out of it. You're just gonna kind of pry it open a little, and then you're gonna flip it around. But before you put it back on, you need to grind down to about half of that circle. That's where we found the sweet spot to be. you're gonna have to grind all of this off.
And you can't even tell, like me not knowing this stuff, I look at the modified one and I don't even know that it's modified because I don't really know what a regular one looked like.
So I first took it out, grinded it, and then flip it around, because what that does, I don't know, it's a lot of explaining. You guys see how high these circles are to this one? That would be on the close, all the way with the lever close. That means it's already sitting further down. You get me? It's gonna be kind of hard to explain, but that's what that does. And then the grinding of this off and flipping it over, so when you open the lever like this, you're setting it like that. And if I didn't grind it off like this one and you just flipped it around, it would stop like somewhere right here, which wouldn't allow you to go into this position. You get me? Now that the blade could sit higher up like that, it lets it go lower. If it was like the standard, like right about here, it would go like up to here. And then the only other thing you would have to adjust after all of that, it's gonna be...
This is something you do in the beginning right here?
Yeah, you're supposed to do it in the beginning, I forgot. So this step here, the one I'm gonna explain, we're gonna do it when I actually do the modifications. This step, you're gonna have to loosen this one up as much as you can, and then loosen this one up as much as you can. That one is gonna give you the armature, so it could go back and forth as much as it can. And then this one's gonna give you so that the cutter blade and the comb blade are barely touching, so it doesn't overheat. So you would wanna set these two, run it so that it doesn't sound bad, and then do the other modifications.
So you actually have to know a fair amount of stuff to do this. Like, you gotta know about the whole like clipper basically. It's not just like grinding it down.
Yeah, because the last thing you're gonna do after all of that, you're gonna loosen up these two screws, and you're gonna just adjust a few things so that the blade. So when you go to put these back together, when you go to set your blade, either this tooth has to line up with that tooth, or the last tooth has to line up with the last comb tooth, one of the two, so that when you go to turn it on, it goes all the way complete. Like.
And do you need the masters in order to do this, or are there any other ones
you could do it with? You could do it on your walls too, but it's a lot easier on your walls, and we'll do it a little bit different because the only other
any walls
with the lever, yeah, pretty much, but you won't get as far down as
the masters.
No, like this one
Naturally, like has a wider.
No, the lever doesn't let you do that. There's no guide that you could flip around, get that extra length. The guide is just what you have, and
you don't need to use the corded ones, right? You can use the cordless masters.
The cordless master, yeah, you could use the cordless masters. The only thing I think you might not be able to do is the first step, because they don't have all of this. Everything else you'll be able to do.
What would that affect? Not being able to do that.
They're not as strong. They won't be as strong. But yeah, you're gonna have to do this part, mess with these screws.
That's another little short that Jerry could show you, is how he freaking gets his clippers to be so strong.
Oh yeah.
We don't have to show that right now.
Yeah, and then
show y'all that eventually.
There's
a lot of stuff.
There's a reason why I use these. It's not because I prefer these over. Well, I do prefer these over the other ones, only if I use my little gadget that gives them more power. So.
Stay tuned. What do you use to grind all that stuff?
Oh well, then you're gonna need the thing I use to grind it down. Where is it? Where did I leave it? No, that's the clipper sharpening machine.
Is it specifically for clippers or no?
It's for sharpening. It's a grinder, but what's gonna help is the armature that I don't think a lot of people have. Oh, I left it over here. You guys could use a traditional like grinding wheel to do this, but I use this one. But the guide, you're gonna have to take it off and clamp it on there, and then just pretty much just grind it away. It's just easier. You could always just grab it with like some pliers, and then grab a grinder and then do it like this. But I do it just with this. And this is just to add an edge to stuff.
So how did you get all in the thin little areas of the
Oh, the other one. That's the one you're talking about.
What were you using that one to grind?
The guide, the one I said to flip it over. I used that one to. Good thing you reminded me. And what I used to. It's a little dermal. One of these. I don't even know where the other attachment's at, Lou. We could link that one below, the dermal, like on. Oh, here it is. And this just happened to work. This is not like for it.
Jerry's nickname is Jerry MacGyver.
MacGyver.
Call him Jerry MacGyver.
I don't even know. But so this attachment is these little like grinding discs, like the bigger ones, but in a smaller version. You obviously put it on here, and then it happens to, they barely fit in, and you go in and slowly grind it down. You come out, slowly grind it down. Come out, slowly grind it down. And then you got to go with.
That takes time, huh, to get them all even.
Yeah, and then you go and take them. And all this was by hand, like to get it down to there.
And you got to be careful to not make these things too thin, huh?
Yeah, I think so. I didn't even messed none of them up to me. It's just patience. The one I want to tag is Mr. Miracle. What's
Oh, the one that always talks shit to 360G?
Yeah.
And that one guy.
What's his name?
Shitty
The
barber?
wrist, old guy?
Pissed off barber?
The pissed off barber.
I said the shitty barber.
The pissed off barber, homie.
This guy.
I saw this.
Yeah, and a lot of the people making these newer clipper brands, they're all fighting for that extra 1.5 millimeter difference on their clipper blades. So this is a way to do it with the Andis Masters. I got it.
I know there is like a wall blade or certain blades, or not blades, but clippers that supposedly do it. But I don't know. I haven't.
No, we could order them and they won't.
Yeah,
Not a.
If y'all know
It's
of them, drop a comment down below and we'll
3.5 millimeters.
and we'll test it out.
And just measure it and you'll be fine. And let me just put it back together and take a quick look.
Yeah, so if y'all want to see the whole process and how to do it,
Subscribe,
yeah.
notifications on. One second, put it on.
And if you want Jerry to do it for you, you just don't care to do it yourself, hit him up. Drop a comment down below. I think we have the email down below too. Give us an email or a DM on Instagram. The Instagram is in the description as well. And we'll see what we can do. Just know that, that modification is not a cheap modification because it's just a one-time thing and it takes a good amount of time. You've seen everything that goes into it. Not everybody could do that. I couldn't just go and do that modification. Like, you gotta know shit.
I wonder how much.
I get a commission because I'm selling guys.
Remember, you guys, well, at least me, I'm fairly new to all this, so content-wise, it's kind of
20 years in the game barbering, huh?
hard for me to come up with things.
Oh, there's hella content we could do. We're just trying to come up with stuff that other people don't really do too much of. Because if we could be like every other channel and just do tutorials, which there's nothing wrong with that, and we will do tutorials, but
we could
there's that we have other
name
value to bring. Yeah, there's a lot.
But out of all the years I've been cutting hair, I haven't seen something do this to where it opens up to a true one.
And if they have, they ain't shared the knowledge with everybody.
And we gotta make another one because this is actually the homie's Geo's clipper. I gotta give it back to him.
How long you been?
Too long. I'm gonna go online. There's a few sharpeners that I like that will kind of tag them if you guys are closer to them, that they could sharpen the blade for you and then help you out with some stuff. Hopefully they see this video and they kind of see what I'm doing. They're gonna like it too. Put it back. Let me see. Let me show you guys. So if I open it all the way and push the blade up, usually when you go to close it, it would never be the zero gap. You guys follow me? People who have adjusted their clippers, open your clipper all the way up, open, push the blade up.
That's before you tighten it.
No, before you do anything, like any do it like that, like where you push it up. And I'll make sure that this new sharpening, that the grind pattern is perfect, because there's a few sharpeners on there talking shit. Even after I said that it wasn't right. All right, so I'm gonna set this one to that same position. Actually, this one's already messed around with too. This one's super old, it's broken, but I'm trying to give to you guys like So this one's open, pushed all the way up. So when you go to close it, you guys see how much gap space there is. That's it. That's what comes standard. So the way you would want to be able to zero gap is having a zero, and then you would want to loosen it up, and then you would want to push it down, and then you would want to tighten it so that that would give you your zero gap. With this modification, you're gonna want it on the furthest you could push it up, so that when you close it, you could have a zero gap. That's something you can't do with any clipper. If you do open lever, push it up, tighten it, and then close it, it will never be zero gap.
Yeah, I even know that one.
And any barber that has adjusted their clipper knows that you would have to loosen your screws, put it in the close position, and then adjust it to your wherever your zero gap is, and then you would want to tighten it. But then when you do that, you miss out on the open. Not with this one though. This one will still give you the full blade usage. I think a lot of people are gonna understand that part. You get me? And look at how quiet it is.
It's on? The hell?
A lot. Even like clipper makers are gonna trip out on how quiet it becomes once you do all these modifications. Yeah, it's not this.
Oh, so it makes it quieter.
All of this because you're adjusting everything to where it should be. A little bit. I sprayed it, but that's how it's gonna be eventually. These are louder. And these are and they're a little bit louder than the traditional seniors because actually I sharpened it for someone and I gotta give it back.
Jerry has every better clippers, bro.
So usually these are quieter, but because of the thing that gives them more power, it makes them a little bit louder. But this one.